Hi, welcome to How We Roll. This is an app for managing dice rolls, and also just for having fun. Here we are at the home screen, and just to give you a little feel of how it works, let's go right into Quick Roll. Fundamentally, How We Roll is about rolling dice. So here I can see, if I hit the button, I'll roll 3d6. The dice come animating out, and I have these three areas here that tell me what my total roll was, and my total for the session, how many of each dice I got, and the dice themselves. So if I keep rolling dice, you'll see the session total keeps getting bigger and bigger. If I can clear that by clicking it. So that's kind of fun. If I don't want some of these areas, I can turn them off with these buttons down below. Turn off the total area, summary, or even the dice, if I don't really care to see them rolling. If I want to change any details about the roll, I can go over to the Details panel. I can give it a name, some info. I can change how many dice. Maybe I want to roll 8 dice. I can change the size of the dice, small, medium, or large. And I can even change the type of die. So right now I'm rolling a d6. But maybe what I'd really like to do is roll a d8. So one of the fun things is we have a whole lot of different types of dice defined. So now we're rolling d8s. You notice the summary area is showing d8s. You also notice the dice look a lot different. If I want to re-roll a die, I can click on any die and re-roll it. Or I can click on some dice and say, hey, I just want to roll these. Or if I just want to re-roll all the 6s or all the 8s, I can click on the number in the summary area and re-roll those. Okay, so one of the nice things is you can save these rolls if you use them a lot. So for example, maybe I often play games like Yahtzee. I can save a 5d6. Oh, look at that. I got a straight. Huh, that's lucky. And maybe for this I don't really care about the total, because I'm really about what did I roll. And that's not a very good roll, so maybe I'll try to re-roll these and see if I can do any better. Not really doing much better. Well, you win some, you lose some. If I roll for a while, it's kind of fun to see the statistics. So here it'll tell me how many rolls I had in this session and how many for the lifetime of this die, and also what the total was in this session and in the lifetime. I can reset the session again here. I can also clear the summary and stats if I don't want them, but let's keep them for now. If I roll some more dice now, we can see that the stats are going to be updated. This first one is showing me the total. So if I'm rolling 5d6, I'm going to expect to have a total somewhere between 5 if I rolled all 1s and 30 if I rolled all 6s. And it's going to kind of go in a bell curve, I would expect, in between those. I can also see for the individual die how often did these numbers come up. Now, there's a lot of things that are technically dice, but they may have different shapes. For example, maybe I want to play rock, paper, scissors. Here I have a die, and I'm getting a lot of papers. Oh, there's a scissors. Paper, paper, scissors. Boy. Not many rocks today. And so we can see that I've gotten 0 rocks, 6 papers, and 9 scissors. Oh, there's a rock. You can see that this is using a 3-sided die. We also have all kinds of funky dice defined. Dice that look like cards, for example. And we even have some dice that look like alphabet blocks. Anyway, you can kind of play around with the different dice. Another cool thing is you can group up roles into squads. So for example, if I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons or something, I could have a character who has a whole bunch of different spells. Each one is a different role. Maybe they have a 12d6 plus 6 fireball. I can roll that. Or maybe a 6d12 flame shield. And I can edit those roles just like on the other page. The other thing you can do with squads is if you play games like Warhammer, where you have a large number of similar characters, I can define roles for those. So for example, in Warhammer, my Gene Stealers have a 2d6 close combat attack per character. And I have 16 of them. So that's going to be 32d6. Now this is when it's really handy. So these guys hit on a 4, 5, or 6. So I can just select the 4, 5, and 6 and re-roll those to see how many wounds I get. They wound on a 5 or 6. I can roll that for their save and see how many actual casualties are inflicted. If a few of my guys die, I can decrease the number in my squad. Now when I roll, instead of rolling 32d6, I'm only going to be rolling 16, because half my squad is dead. Alright, we have extensive settings, so you can edit all the settings that you want. And in the About section, we have a lot of information that tells you about different dice, sort of some history of dice, what makes a good die, and also different types of die and what they're used for, if you're curious. This is kind of for the dice nerds in the crowd. All right, there you go. Thanks a lot, and it should be in the App Store ready for downloading, and it's only $1, so please buy it.